Hi, I'm Shannon and welcome to Weed Mama. Okay, so this is part 4 of my 5-part series on using weed for wellness. I want to talk to you about all the different kinds of products that you can buy, whether you want to get high or not, so you can decide where you want to go in your cannabis experience. All right, so when you buy cannabis, you're going to be presented with an option of indica, sativas, or blends, hybrids. Traditionally, sativas have been known to be more of a daytime strain, good for socializing, more to keep you awake, good for creative work, whereas indicas have been traditionally thought to be more of an evening strain, good for sleeping and good for pain. And then a hybrid or a blend would be a combination of the two. Now, most cultivars are called now. Most of the cultivars that you buy now are hybrids, but you can get either sativa leaning or indica leaning hybrids. Now, for me, I like indicas. I like how they feel in my body. They tend to get better into my muscles and relaxing and pain. And I do find that sativas actually go to my head more. Again, it really depends on you. I mean, how you react to each strain or cultivar. It's going to have a lot to do with your own endocannabinoid system. So that's what I talked about in the first video. Okay, so the next thing you should know when you go to a cannabis store in Canada, the laws are that they have to be hidden from view. So that's why you get the opaque windows. The laws are that everything in the store has to be behind glass cabinets, locked glass cabinets. The laws also say no open cannabis, not even in a cannabis store. You can't have open cannabis. There's also laws about returning it. Now, some stores are going to be really good about returns. Just ask them. So if you're buying dried flowers and you're getting something that's really old, ask them if you can return it. Okay, so now you know a little bit about indicas, sativas, and shopping for cannabis. Let's talk about the different kinds of cannabis that you can buy. So there's 3 different types. There's products that you can inhale, products that you can ingest, and products that are topicals, so for your body. So for inhalation, you either can choose smoke or vapor. So I don't recommend smoke. You have better, healthier options now. Personally, I use a dry herb vaporizer, and this allows you to really customize your high because you can raise the temperature to release certain cannabinoids and terpenes or lower the temperature to not have those. For an example, a terpene linalool is released at a much higher temperature. Linalool tends to make you sleepy. So if you don't want to get sleepy, keep the temperature down. Also, when you lower the temperature, you're releasing a little less THC, so you can have a much lighter dose and you have more control over your experience. And it's a really good method for people who want to microdose or just get little bits of THC and don't want to have it last for too long, because when you're inhaling, especially vaporizing, it wears off usually at about half an hour to an hour. And it takes about 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes to really kick in. So the problem with dry herb vaporizers is the initial cost. So they cost anywhere between, good ones, between 150 to 300 plus. So the other type of vaping that you can do are vape pens. Now, vape pens are a great entry point for people because they don't require any preparation. You don't have to heat it up. There's very little smell, very discreet. You can easily microdose with them. They can just kind of pop in your bag and go. There's been a lot of talk about vape pens in the media, of the dangers of them. That was with the illicit market and when they were putting additives in there that weren't safe, but the products on the legal market are safe. So when it comes to vape pens, they are concentrates, so they're very strong. You want to make sure that you're getting a lower dose of THC. So with vape pens, you can buy CBD only, or you can buy pens with lower THC and high CBD. You're going to look at formulations like a 1-to-1, a 5-to-1, or a 10-to-1. Now there's 2 different kinds of vape pens you can buy, the disposable kind or the ones with cartridges that you can remove. I recommend the ones with cartridges that you can remove. The disposable pens have a pretty high failure rate. Okay, let's go over to edibles. So this is where most people are looking to start with cannabis because it's, a lot of people don't like the idea of inhaling anything. And you have a lot of options with edibles. You can go for food, chocolates and gummies and cookies and this kind of thing. Or you can go to beverages. So there's teas and drinks, different kinds of drinks. There's also tinctures and sprays. So when you're taking an edible, it's important to know that they take at least 2 hours to kick in, and they last for anywhere from 4 to 6 hours on average, but they can go even 8 hours or more. So when you're buying an edible, keep that in mind. You really want to do a low dose. Now the law is that edibles cannot have more than 10 milligrams per package. Oftentimes you will get a package with 5 pieces at 2 milligrams each. I would just take 1 2 milligram piece, see how that feels, and then go up from there. With edibles, start low and go slow. When it comes to other edibles, we're looking at teas and beverages and sprays now. Some of these are going to be formulated to be fast acting and wear off quicker. So the fast acting ones usually work the same way as smoking. So quicker onset, about 15 minutes, and they usually wear off at about an hour. So again, with all of these options that I'm telling you, with edibles, with sprays, with teas, with the inhaling products, everything has a CBD only option. So that is available to you if you're really worried about THC. You can definitely buy CBD only products. And if you want CBD only products, everything is sold in a cannabis store. So the third option is topicals. These are creams and bath bombs and all these other things. And there's a lot of great topicals that you can try. Not a lot on the market yet, but that'll be coming soon. So the different kinds of topicals that I recommend would be creams, things you can rub on your body, salves, anything for joint pain and this kind of thing. Also infused lubrication. I've tried some of those, and I'm going to be talking more about that over on weedmama.ca. There's a couple on the market now, and there'll be more coming. So if you're looking for something to help with menstrual cramps, you're thinking about maybe endometriosis pain or sex, and maybe you're looking at something to help you with sex, like pain and relaxation. If you're not interested in getting high, basically, you can use something like a vaginal suppository. So those are going to be coming on the market as well. Other topicals would be like bath soaks and bath bombs, which I love so much. Bath bombs are great. Now with topicals, you generally want a higher dose of CBD and THC because, especially like something like a bath, it's a lot to soak in. So you want to make sure that you're getting the benefits. Okay, so that's a little overview of how to shop for cannabis, different kinds of products that you can buy. So in the next video, I'm going to do an overview, and I'm really going to talk more about using weed for wellness.